Welcome, traveler, to Bedtime Travel Stories, your gateway to tranquil journeys across the globe. Unwind with our soothing tales and let your imagination roam free as you drift into peaceful sleep. As the sun dips below the horizon, the vast desert sky transforms into a canvas of deep indigo and soft violet. The Pyramids of Giza, those eternal sentinels of history, cast long shadows over the sands that have whispered the secrets of millennia. The air is cool and calm, carrying the scent of desert flowers that bloom in the twilight. In the quiet of the evening, the Great Pyramid stands tallest, its limestone facade glowing gently under the moonlight. This is a monument not only to kings long past, but also to the ingenuity and spirit of the people who built it. Around it, the smaller pyramids add depth to the tableau, each telling their own story of legacy and time. Imagine walking slowly along the Giza plateau, your feet sinking slightly into the cool sand. The only sounds are the soft rustle of the evening breeze and your own relaxed breathing. Here, at this sacred site, the hustle of modern life feels worlds away. The stars begin to twinkle in the clear sky, each one a silent witness to the centuries. Tonight, let the story of the pyramids at Giza inspire a dream of serenity and timelessness. Envision the layers of history and human achievement, and let them lull you into a peaceful slumber where dreams roam as freely as the sands of the desert. As the night deepens, the stars above the Giza plateau shine brighter, their ancient light a guide to travelers past and present. Beneath this celestial canopy, the Sphinx, guardian of the pyramids, sits in noble silence. Its gaze, both serene and inscrutable, sweeps across the desert and through the ages. Feel the gentle breeze as it whispers over the sand, carrying tales of pharaohs and the labor of thousands who toiled to create these monumental structures. Each stone in the pyramids, meticulously cut and placed, is a testament to their dedication and skill. As the cool wind touches your skin, it brings a connection to those ancient builders, a touch that transcends time. In this quiet hour, let your mind wander along the base of the Great Pyramid. Consider the hands that shaped each block, the human hopes and dreams that are as much a part of this place as the stone itself. There is a rhythm here, slow and steady, a rhythm of persistence and enduring strength. Nearby, the smaller Pyramid of Khafre captures the moon's silver glow on its summit, creating an illusion of celestial connection. This pyramid, slightly shorter than its neighbor, holds its own tales of sovereignty and symbolism. Its preserved limestone casing at the apex serves as a beacon of the past, reflecting not just moonlight, but the resilience of human endeavor. Let these ancient wonders envelop you in their quiet majesty. As the night wears on, the harsh sounds of the day fade into the distance, replaced by the soft harmony of the desert at night. The pyramids, stoic and steadfast, encourage a meditative calm, inviting you to breathe deeply and let go of fleeting concerns. Tonight, surrounded by the legacy of ages and the gentle embrace of the desert, sleep comes easily. Drift into dreams where history blends with myth and the boundaries of time blur. Here, in the shadow of the pyramids, find a peaceful rest, cradled by the arms of millennia. Under the starlit sky, the landscape around the Pyramids of Giza is more than just a silent desert. It is a place of profound stories and archaeological wonders. As you imagine yourself walking further, The ground beneath your feet is strewn with artifacts that span the breadth of human history. Each artifact, from pottery shards to tools, offers a glimpse into the daily lives of those who lived and worked in the shadow of these monumental structures. The Great Sphinx, which earlier held your gaze with its enigmatic presence, has its own stories to tell. Carved from a single block of limestone, this colossal statue faces the rising sun, embodying the ancient Egyptian belief in the sun, God Ra's rebirth each morning. Its purpose, beyond guarding the sacred pyramids, was to serve as a symbol of royal power and divine protection, watching over the pharaohs in their eternal rest. As the cool night air carries the echo of ancient hymns, imagine the processions of priests and royalty that once walked these grounds. They would move silently along the causeways, their path illuminated by torchlight, participating in complex rituals meant to honor the gods and secure the favor of the afterlife for their kings. Near the Pyramid of Menkaure, the smallest of the three main pyramids, you notice the intricate carvings that detail triumphant battles and bountiful harvests, reflecting the prosperity and power of the pharaoh's reign. Though the smallest, this pyramid's design and the accompanying Queen's pyramids suggest a continuation of cultural traditions and the pharaoh's role in maintaining the cosmic order. This rich tapestry of history surrounds you as you traverse the Giza plateau. The pyramids, silent in their age-old vigil, are not just tombs, but a grand statement of architectural prowess and the celestial alignment central to Egyptian cosmology. The careful orientation of these pyramids to the cardinal points underscores the Egyptians' sophisticated understanding of astronomy. In the tranquility that envelops the plateau, the ancient and the eternal seem to converge. With each step, the sands of time reveal more layers of understanding about this magnificent civilization. Let these revelations gently fill your mind, enriching your dreamlike journey through the ages. As dawn approaches, the first hints of light begin to color the eastern sky, gradually revealing the vast expanse of the desert surrounding the Pyramids of Giza. This moment, a daily rebirth of the sun, held deep spiritual significance for the ancient Egyptians who celebrated the sun, God Ra's journey across the sky. This cosmic cycle of sunset and sunrise mirrors the eternal themes of death and rebirth that are deeply embedded in the mythology and architecture of this sacred site. Imagine standing before the Great Pyramid at this hour, feeling the coolness of the night give way to the warmth of the rising sun. The pyramid itself, originally encased in gleaming white limestone, was designed to reflect the sun's rays, proclaiming the pharaoh's divine nature and his ability to ascend to the heavens. Although most of the casing stones have long since been removed, the structure retains its awe-inspiring ability to connect the earth to the sky. As you watch the sun climb higher, the play of light and shadow casts the hieroglyphs and reliefs into sharp relief, telling stories of gods, men, and the afterlife. These inscriptions not only served as religious texts, but also as historical records, preserving the deeds of pharaohs and the gods' divine will. The precision of their placement and the depth of their carving speak to the incredible artistic and technical skills of their creators. To the south of the Great Pyramid lies the Pyramid of Khafre, its summit still adorned with its original polished casing stones. The slightly elevated position and remaining casing make it appear taller than its neighboring pyramid, although it is not. From this vantage point, Khafre's pyramid connects with the Sphinx, which faces the rising sun, creating a divine axis that aligns with celestial movements. During your visit, You might also notice the remnants of temples and causeways that link these monumental structures. These were not merely pathways, but were integral to the funeral rites and religious processions that ensured a pharaoh's journey to the afterlife was secure. The temples served as places of worship and as portals to the divine, where priests and commoners alike sought the gods' favor. As the new day fully breaks over Giza, the air fills with the sounds of the desert, the call of a distant bird, the whisper of the wind across sand, each adding a layer to the sense of timelessness that envelops the pyramids. Here, at the nexus of human endeavor and divine mythology, history is not just remembered, it is felt. Beyond the grandeur of the pyramids themselves lies the vast necropolis that forms part of the Giza Plateau. This extensive burial ground, home to tombs of nobles and officials, offers a fascinating insight into the societal structure and daily life of ancient Egypt. Each tomb, while less grandiose than the pyramids, is meticulously designed to honor the deceased and ensure their comfort in the afterlife. As you meander through the necropolis, imagine the bustling activity that once filled this area. Artisans chiseling stone, painters detailing murals that celebrate the deceased's life, and families paying their respects. The walls of these tombs are adorned with vibrant paintings and carvings that depict scenes of farming, hunting, and feasting, each a testament to the Egyptians' love of life and their belief in its continuation beyond death. Venturing further, you come across the workers' village recently unearthed by archaeologists. This settlement housed the laborers who built the pyramids, their families, and the support staff necessary to sustain such a massive undertaking. The existence of this village highlights the organized and skilled nature of ancient Egyptian society. It wasn't just slaves who built these monuments, as once thought, but a workforce of paid laborers who took pride in their craft. In this village, you can almost hear the echoes of the workers' daily lives, from the grinding of grain to the laughter of children playing. Artifacts found here, such as tools, pottery, and personal items, paint a vivid picture of their existence. This discovery has shifted our understanding of the pyramids from mere tombs to a complex community effort involving various layers of society. As morning turns to afternoon, a visit to the Solar Boat Museum beside the Great Pyramid provides another layer of understanding. The museum houses a reconstructed funerary boat, originally buried in a pit at the pyramid's base. This boat was meant to transport the pharaoh's soul across the heavens with the sun god Ra. The craftsmanship of the boat, with its intricately joined cedar wood planks, is a marvel of ancient engineering. Standing beside the ancient vessel, you can't help but be moved by the Egyptians' mastery of their environment and their profound connection to the universe's rhythms. This boat is not merely a means of transport, but a symbol of the pharaoh's divine right to join the gods, a critical component of his rebirth and eternal life. As the sun sets once more, casting long shadows over the sand, your journey through the Giza Plateau becomes a profound meditation on humanity's quest for meaning and the eternal. Each pyramid, each tomb, and even the artifacts speak of a civilization deeply invested in the pursuit of knowledge, beauty, and spiritual fulfillment. The mythology surrounding the pyramids is deeply intertwined with the Egyptian conception of the afterlife. The pyramids were not just tombs, but gateways to the next world, designed to ensure the pharaoh's immortality. Each pyramid, aligned with precise astronomical points, was part of a larger cosmological plan to align the earthly and heavenly realms. Inside the pyramids, chambers and passageways are adorned with texts and illustrations from the pyramid texts, among the oldest religious texts in the world. These inscriptions provide instructions for the deceased king's journey through the underworld, filled with spells, prayers, and rituals to aid him in overcoming obstacles and ultimately joining the sun god Ra in his daily rebirth. Imagine the priests and magicians performing intricate rituals within these sacred walls, their voices echoing chants that have been lost to time. The belief that these rites and texts could influence the divine realm underscores the Egyptians' faith in the power of words and rituals to shape reality. The ancient Egyptians' advanced knowledge of astronomy is vividly reflected in the layout of the Giza pyramids. Each pyramid is aligned with incredible precision to the stars, particularly those in the Orion constellation, which were associated with Osiris, the god of the afterlife. This celestial alignment ensured the pharaoh's soul would join with the stars on its celestial journey. During the equinoxes, the play of light and shadow on the pyramids creates spectacular visual phenomena designed to highlight the connection between celestial events and the divine. The careful placement of the Sphinx, looking directly east, also aligns with these solar events, further emphasizing the importance of the sun in Egyptian culture. The proximity of the pyramids to the Nile River is no coincidence. The Nile, essential to the survival and prosperity of ancient Egypt, was revered as a god itself. The annual flooding of the Nile brought fertile soil to the banks, allowing agriculture to flourish. This abundance was seen as a blessing from the gods, essential for the stability and sustenance of the kingdom. The river also played a critical role in the construction of the pyramids. The limestone used in the pyramids was transported via boats along the Nile, showcasing the river's integral role in building these monuments. Moreover, the westward orientation of the pyramids toward the setting sun and the river symbolized the journey to the afterlife, which the Egyptians believed lay in the direction of the dying sun across the waters of the Nile. The construction of the Pyramids of Giza is a testament to the remarkable engineering capabilities of ancient Egyptians. The Great Pyramid, for instance, consists of approximately 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 to 15 tons. The precision with which these blocks were cut and assembled, achieving tight joints that are often less than a millimeter wide, speaks volumes about their sophistication in stonemasonry and geometry. Innovations such as the use of ramps and levers were critical in moving these enormous stones. Theories suggest a combination of straight and spiral ramps, supported by the evidence of post holes and remnants of mud brick ramps near the pyramids. Understanding the logistics and workforce management, including the mobilization of thousands of workers through a well-organized system of labor, highlights the administrative prowess that supported such monumental undertakings. The influence of the Pyramids of Giza extended beyond the borders of Egypt, impacting neighboring civilizations through trade and conquest. Materials such as fine Tura limestone for the casing stones and granite from Aswan for the inner chambers were transported over vast distances, showcasing a network of trade routes and economic exchanges that spread Egyptian technology and artistic styles across the Mediterranean and Near East. Additionally, conquests of Egyptian pharaohs brought back wealth and captives from distant lands, some of whom contributed to pyramid construction. This exchange of ideas and people enriched Egyptian culture, incorporating diverse techniques and symbols into their art and architecture, which can be seen in the varied styles of the reliefs and statuary associated with the pyramids. The construction of the pyramids was not merely an architectural endeavor, but a profound statement of socio-political power. Each pyramid served as a declaration of the pharaoh's divine right to rule and his ability to marshal the kingdom's resources. The pyramids reinforced the social order, with the pharaoh at the apex, followed by his officials, priests, and the common people, all playing a role in the state's functioning and the afterlife's preparation. The legacy of the Pyramids of Giza continues to influence modern perceptions of leadership and cultural identity. They stand as symbols of human achievement and the enduring quest for immortality, inspiring countless generations through their sheer scale and the mysteries they hold. One of the most fascinating figures associated with pyramid construction is Imhotep, the architect of the Step Pyramid at Saqqara, considered a precursor to the pyramids at Giza. Although he did not work on the Giza pyramids, his innovations laid the groundwork for future constructions. Imhotep was also a priest and healer, and over centuries his achievements grew mythical, with many attributing divine wisdom to him. He was later deified as a god of medicine and architecture, showing the profound impact one individual could have on Egyptian culture and beyond. Hemiunu is another legendary figure worth mentioning. Believed to be a relative of Pharaoh Khufu, Hemiunu is often credited with overseeing the construction of the Great Pyramid. His tomb, located near the base of the Great Pyramid, contains reliefs depicting him as a man of great stature and influence. The tomb's proximity to the pyramid and its elaborate design suggest that Hemiunu was not only deeply trusted by the pharaoh, but also held in high regard by his peers and successors. The personal stories of the laborers and artisans who built the pyramids are equally compelling. Recent archaeological discoveries have unearthed tombs belonging to workers, revealing that they were not slaves but skilled laborers who took pride in their work. Inscriptions and artifacts found in these tombs provide insights into their lives, including their families, the work teams they were part of, and the care provided by the state, such as medical treatment and food supplies. These findings suggest a community that, while rigorously organized, was also respected and valued for its contributions to the pharaoh's eternal abode. The pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid, have long been the subject of myths and legends about hidden chambers filled with treasures and curses awaiting those who dare disturb the pharaoh's rest. While most curses are modern fabrications, they reflect the ongoing fascination and mystique surrounding these ancient tombs. The legend of the Curse of the Pharaohs emerged from reports of mysterious deaths and misfortunes associated with the opening of Tutankhamun's tomb in the Valley of the Kings, a story that captured public imagination worldwide. The Dream Stela is a legendary artifact located between the paws of the Sphinx. It tells the story of Thutmose I, who as a young prince fell asleep near the Sphinx. In his dream, the Sphinx promised him the throne if he would clear away the sand engulfing it. Upon becoming pharaoh, Thutmose IV ordered the sand cleared and erected the stela to commemorate the dream, blending personal aspiration with divine providence. The Pyramids of Giza have been a compelling subject in art since ancient times. Early depictions can be found in the tomb paintings of nobles, where the pyramids are often portrayed as part of a serene and orderly landscape that represents the afterlife. Moving forward in time during the Renaissance, European artists who never saw the pyramids firsthand depicted them in exotic landscapes, using travelers' descriptions to fuel their imagination. These depictions often portrayed the pyramids as symbols of ancient wisdom and the mysterious Orient. In modern times, the pyramids have influenced architectural styles, particularly the revival of monumental and neoclassical designs. The iconic silhouette of the pyramids can be seen in modern monuments and buildings, reflecting a blend of respect for ancient engineering and a desire to emulate their timeless grandeur. In literature, the Pyramids of Giza have often symbolized the profound and the eternal. They appear in numerous works, ranging from travelogues and historical novels to science fiction and fantasy. In the 19th century, writers like Gustave Flaubert and Florence Nightingale wrote about their experiences and reflections on visiting the pyramids, often emphasizing their monumental scale and the existential reflections they provoked. The 20th century saw authors like Agatha Christie incorporate the pyramids into her mystery novels, using the mysterious allure of Egypt as a backdrop for tales of intrigue and adventure. Science fiction writers have speculated about the pyramids as ancient alien constructs or advanced astronomical devices, demonstrating their versatility as symbols in human culture. Poetry has also celebrated the pyramids as metaphors for endurance, mystery, and the human quest for immortality. Poets like Percy Bysshe Shelley in his sonnet Ozymandias evoke the irony of enduring monuments amidst human frailty. The poem reflects on the ruins of a statue near a decayed pyramid, with an inscription that boasts of mighty works, yet surrounded by the sands that erase all human endeavor. In popular culture, the pyramids continue to captivate the imagination, as seen in films, television shows, and video games, where they often feature as mysterious artifacts endowed with supernatural powers or as gateways to other worlds. This widespread portrayal underscores their enduring appeal as cultural icons that transcend their historical and geographical origins. The artistic and literary legacy of the Pyramids of Giza reveals their wide-reaching influence, not only as historical structures, but also as catalysts for artistic expression and philosophical inquiry. The rediscovery of the Pyramids of Giza in the modern era begins with the colorful tales of adventurers and scholars drawn by the allure of Egypt's ancient monuments. In the early 19th century, Giovanni Battista Belzoni, an Italian explorer and former circus strongman, undertook some of the first scientific excavations at Giza. His approach, though crude by today's standards, unveiled significant findings, including the entrance to the Pyramid of Khafre and several artifacts that offered insights into the construction and purpose of the pyramids. Belzoni's accounts of his explorations, filled with challenges and dramatic discoveries, captured the imagination of the European public. His work laid the groundwork for future archaeological expeditions and increased public interest in Egyptian antiquities. Sir William Matthew Flinders Petrie, often called the father of modern Egyptology, brought scientific rigor to the excavation and study of the pyramids in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Petrie's methodology, meticulously measuring and cataloging every artifact and architectural element, transformed archaeology into a true scientific discipline. Petrie's expeditions at Giza focused not only on the pyramids themselves, but also on the surrounding complexes, including temples and tombs. His discovery of key inscriptions and relics helped scholars piece together the complex chronology of Egyptian history and the role of the pyramids within it. Another pivotal figure in the story of the pyramids' rediscovery is Colonel Howard Vyse, who in the 1830s employed explosives to gain entry into parts of the Great Pyramid previously inaccessible. Vyse's discovery of important cartouches, royal name seals, in the pyramid's relieving chambers provided critical evidence about the pyramid's construction under Pharaoh Khufu, solving one of Egyptology's long-standing mysteries. Although his methods were controversial, Vyse's adventurous spirit and determination to uncover the secrets of the pyramids added a romantic flair to the narrative of Egyptology, inspiring future generations of archaeologists. In the 20th century, advancements in technology allowed archaeologists like Zahi Hawass, former Minister of Antiquities in Egypt, to explore the pyramids with new tools such as ground-penetrating radar and computer simulations. These technologies have unveiled hidden chambers and passageways that were previously unknown, adding layers of mystery and potential to our understanding of these ancient structures. The efforts of these archaeologists not only illuminate the past, but also ensure the preservation of these monumental treasures for future generations. Each discovery, whether a small artifact or a new chamber, is a reminder of the enduring allure of the pyramids, a blend of history, adventure, and romance that continues to captivate the world. Pharaoh Khufu, also known by the Greek name Cheops, reigned during the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom, around 2580–2560 BCE. He is best known for commissioning the Great Pyramid of Giza, the largest of the 3 pyramids, which has stood as a testament to his power and the capabilities of ancient Egyptian civilization. Khufu's reign is somewhat shrouded in mystery, as relatively few written records or artifacts related to his reign have survived. However, the scale and precision of the Great Pyramid suggest that his rule was marked by significant organizational skill and resources, enabling the mobilization of vast quantities of labor and materials. Despite the grandeur of his pyramid, Khufu's reputation in later ancient texts is mixed. Some sources describe him as a harsh ruler, while others emphasize his role in maintaining the state and its divine order. The Great Pyramid itself, originally standing at 146.6 meters, 481 feet, was an architectural marvel that originally featured a smooth outer surface of white limestone, much of which was pilfered in later centuries. Khafre, Khufu's successor and likely his son, is traditionally credited with constructing the 2nd pyramid at Giza, which appears larger than Khufu's due to its elevated position, but is actually smaller. Khafre's lasting legacy, however, is perhaps best embodied by the Great Sphinx, which guards the pyramid complex. While debates about the Sphinx's origin continue, many scholars believe it represents Khafre, integrating his royal countenance with the body of a lion, symbolizing his power and the protective role of the pharaoh. Khafre's pyramid complex, which includes the Sphinx, temples, and smaller subsidiary pyramids, illustrates the sophisticated religious and funerary practices of the time, emphasizing the pharaoh's divine status and his role in the cosmic order. Menkaure, the son of Khafre, built the 3rd and smallest of the Giza pyramids. His reign, like those of his predecessors, focused on monumental construction, but on a somewhat more modest scale. Menkaure's pyramid is notable for its layers of pink granite, which distinguish it aesthetically from the other 2 pyramids. Artifacts and texts from his reign suggest that Menkaure may have been a more benevolent ruler than Khufu or Khafre, with ancient texts praising his justice and fairness. The triadic layout of the Giza pyramids, culminating with Menkaure's structure, creates a grand visual and spiritual narrative about the pharaoh's roles as divine mediators between the gods and the people. Each pyramid, while serving as a tomb, also functioned as a temple of sorts, where the pharaoh's spirit was believed to ascend to join the sun god Ra. The concept of a curse associated with ancient Egyptian tombs primarily gained traction in the early 20th century, with the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in the Valley of the Kings, rather than at the Giza Plateau. However, the idea quickly spread to encompass all pharaonic tombs, including those at Giza. Newspapers sensationalized the deaths of some members of Howard Carter's team and their financiers shortly after the tomb's opening, attributing these to a curse inscribed on the tomb's entrance, which in reality did not exist. While the specific idea of a curse punishing those who disturb a pharaoh's tomb is a product of modern myths, ancient Egyptians did sometimes inscribe curses on tomb walls to protect against theft or desecration. These curses were not aimed at archaeologists, but at would-be tomb robbers of the era, promising divine retribution or great misfortunes. Such practices reflected the Egyptians' beliefs in the sanctity of the burial sites and the importance of the eternal resting place for the deceased's afterlife journey. At the Pyramids of Giza, there is no historical record of curses being inscribed for the protection of the pyramids themselves. The grand scale and the architectural complexity of the pyramids served as deterrents against tomb robbers, along with the spiritual protections believed to be afforded by the burial rituals and the pyramid texts. However, the allure of hidden treasures and the solemn ambiance of the tombs have led to numerous legends about curses. The legends surrounding curses have profoundly impacted public interest and media portrayals of Egyptian tombs. These stories have spurred numerous fictional accounts, movies, and books that depict the exploration of ancient Egyptian ruins as fraught with supernatural dangers. The allure of cursed tombs has also led to a heightened fascination with Egyptology, drawing tourists and scholars alike to the mysteries of ancient Egypt. During the time of the pyramid builders, Mesopotamia, with its own rich history of city-states like Ur and Babylon, was a contemporary civilization. The interactions between Egypt and Mesopotamia included trade and the exchange of ideas and technologies. Items such as lapis lazuli, which was used extensively in Egyptian jewelry and came from the Mesopotamian region, illustrate the trade connections. Moreover, architectural and administrative techniques were likely exchanged, influencing each other's building projects and bureaucratic systems. To the south of Egypt, the Kingdom of Nubia was a significant neighbor, with which Egypt had a complex relationship of trade, warfare, and cultural exchange. Nubia was a rich source of gold, ebony, and incense, which were highly prized in Egypt. Over time, Egyptian influence expanded into Nubian territory, with Egyptian-style artifacts and architecture appearing in Nubian settlements. Conversely, Nubian warriors known for their skill and bravery were often employed in Egyptian armies and even as personal guards for the pharaoh. The civilizations of the Aegean and Eastern Mediterranean, such as the Minoans and later the Mycenaeans, interacted with Egypt through trade and diplomatic missions. Artifacts such as pottery and frescoes from these regions have been found in Egypt, suggesting a lively exchange of goods and artistic ideas. Additionally, the diplomatic correspondence between Egypt and the rulers of various city-states in the Levant and Anatolia, preserved in the Amarna letters, provides evidence of a sophisticated network of diplomatic relationships. Egypt's interactions with the Levantine city-states and the Hittite Empire played a significant role in the geopolitics of the region. The struggle for control over territories in the Levant often brought the Egyptians into conflict with the Hittites, culminating in the famous Battle of Kadesh. This battle, and the subsequent peace treaty, the earliest surviving peace treaty in the world between Hattusili III of the Hittites and Ramesses II of Egypt, marked a significant moment in international relations in the ancient world. Although direct evidence is more sparse, there is indication of indirect contact between Egypt and the Indus Valley civilization via Mesopotamian intermediaries. Goods such as cotton, which originated in the Indus Valley, appeared in Egypt, and there may have been a flow of metallurgical and crafting knowledge between these distant civilizations through the trade networks that connected them. Although there is not a lot of direct evidence, there are indications that there was some contact between Egypt and the Indus Valley civilizations through intermediaries in Mesopotamia. For example, goods like cotton, which originated in the Indus Valley, were found in Egypt, and it is possible that there was an exchange of knowledge related to metallurgy and crafting between these two far-flung civilizations through the trade networks that connected them. Beyond architecture, the pyramids have been a powerful symbol in various cultural contexts. In Western esoteric traditions, the pyramid symbolizes enlightenment, knowledge, and the intersection of the human with the divine. This symbolism has been incorporated into various emblems and insignia, including the reverse of the Great Seal of the United States, where it represents strength and duration. The Pyramids of Giza have captured the imaginations of writers and filmmakers, serving as the backdrop for numerous novels, films, and documentaries. These narratives often explore themes of exploration, mystery, and the supernatural. For example, the pyramids figure prominently in science fiction literature as gateways to other dimensions or ancient alien outposts, reflecting humanity's fascination with and romanticization of these ancient wonders. The construction of the Pyramids of Giza also contributed to advancements in mathematics and engineering. The alignment of the pyramids with celestial bodies and the precision required in their construction encouraged the development of early geometry and astronomy. These contributions laid some of the foundational principles that would be built upon by Greek and later scholars, influencing the course of scientific thought. In contemporary times, the Pyramids of Giza are a cornerstone of Egypt's tourism industry and a symbol of national pride. They draw millions of visitors from around the world each year, contributing significantly to Egypt's economy and international cultural exchange. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, they also play a crucial role in global heritage and conservation discussions, promoting awareness about the preservation of historical sites. Educationally, the pyramids provide an invaluable resource for learning about the ancient world, offering insights into Egyptian society, religion, technology, and governance. They serve as a focal point in the study of ancient civilizations in curricula worldwide, helping to engage students with the complexities of historical continuity and change. Recent archaeological projects have increasingly utilized advanced geophysical techniques such as ground-penetrating radar, GPR, laser scanning, and satellite imagery to explore beneath the surface of the Giza Plateau without disturbing it. These methods have helped identify previously unknown chambers, tunnels, and anomalies that suggest there may still be many secrets hidden within and beneath the pyramids. For example, the Scan Pyramids project has revealed several new cavities within the Great Pyramid, sparking debates and further investigations into their purpose and contents. Scientists and archaeologists are also focusing on the materials and construction techniques used to build the pyramids. Through the analysis of stone and mortar samples, researchers have gained insights into the quarries from which the ancient Egyptians sourced their materials and the transportation methods they used to move these massive stones. Studies in experimental archaeology are recreating the tools and techniques of ancient builders to understand the logistics and labor required to construct such monumental structures. Advancements in 3D modeling and virtual reality, VR, are allowing scholars and the public alike to explore the Pyramids of Giza in unprecedented ways. By creating detailed digital replicas of the pyramids, researchers can conduct virtual experiments on the structure's properties and explore theories about their construction and use. These technologies also enable virtual tours, providing access to the pyramids for those who cannot visit them in person, and serve educational purposes by offering a dynamic way to learn about ancient Egyptian culture. The impact of environmental factors on the pyramids is another crucial area of current research. The increasing urbanization of Cairo and changes in the local climate pose threats to the structural integrity of the pyramids. Studies are ongoing to assess the effects of air pollution, groundwater levels, and tourist activities on the limestone and granite of the pyramids, with the aim of developing more effective conservation strategies. Modern studies of the Pyramids of Giza are inherently multidisciplinary, involving collaborations across various scientific and scholarly fields. Engineers, architects, historians, and conservationists work together to ensure that the pyramids are preserved not only as historical sites, but also as sources of scientific data. These collaborations often result in innovative approaches to ancient problems, reflecting a fusion of historical reverence and cutting-edge science. One of the most significant recent discoveries is a previously unknown chamber within the Great Pyramid of Khufu, identified through the use of muon radiography. This technology detects muons, subatomic particles that penetrate stone, revealing densities and voids within massive structures. The chamber, termed the Scan Pyramid's Big Void, is located above the Grand Gallery and has no known access points. It spans approximately 30 meters and raises questions about its purpose, whether it was intended to play a structural role, serve a religious function, or something else entirely. Further investigations using ground-penetrating radar, GPR, have identified additional corridors and cavities around and within the pyramids. These include a possible corridor beneath the north face of the Great Pyramid, which could provide insights into the construction techniques and logistical approaches used by the ancient builders. Such discoveries are crucial for understanding the architectural innovations that characterize different phases of pyramid construction. Recent excavations have also focused on the boat pits found alongside the Great Pyramid. These pits, believed to hold solar barks, ritual boats used to transport the pharaoh to the afterlife, or during solar rituals, have yielded fragments of wood and ropes. Advanced imaging and preservation techniques have allowed researchers to reconstruct these boats and gain insights into their design and use, shedding light on the religious and ceremonial aspects of pyramid complexes. Excavations at the workers' village near the pyramids have uncovered new information about the people who built these monumental structures. Findings include administrative buildings, bakeries, and storage facilities, providing a clearer picture of daily life and the organization of labor. These discoveries help dispel the myth that the pyramids were built by slaves, instead suggesting a highly organized workforce of skilled laborers. Another intriguing discovery is the identification of iron beads in a tomb near Giza, dating back to 3,400 years ago, well before the Iron Age. This suggests that the Egyptians may have had access to meteoritic iron, which they crafted into decorative items. Such findings challenge our understanding of metal usage and technological advancement in ancient Egypt. The astronomical precision of the Pyramids of Giza is one of their most fascinating aspects. Each pyramid is aligned with incredible accuracy to the cardinal points north, south, east, and west. Moreover, the layout of the pyramids at Giza mirrors the positions of the stars in the constellation of Orion, which the ancient Egyptians associated with Osiris, the god of the afterlife. This alignment suggests that the pyramids may have served not only as tombs, but also as stellar observatories, or as a means to synchronize earthly events with celestial cycles. The spiritual and ritual aspects of the pyramids are deeply embedded in their design and function. The complex network of shafts, chambers, and passageways within the Great Pyramid, for example, is thought to map out the journey that the pharaoh's soul would take to reach the afterlife. The king's chamber and queen's chamber are not merely burial chambers, but are integral to the pyramid's function as an engine of resurrection, aiding the transition of the king's spirit into the spiritual realm. As some of the most visited and studied ancient monuments in the world, the Pyramids of Giza face numerous conservation challenges. The impact of tourism, environmental erosion, and urban encroachment poses threats to their structural integrity and preservation. Efforts to conserve the pyramids involve international collaborations and the use of advanced technologies to monitor their condition, diagnose issues, and perform restorations with minimal impact on the original structures. The Pyramids of Giza are not just historical relics, they are a proud symbol of Egyptian national identity. They appear on the nation's currency, official documents, and are a focal point for national celebrations. They also play a vital role in Egypt's tourism industry, which is a significant part of the economy, drawing millions of tourists each year who come to marvel at these testaments to ancient ingenuity. On a global scale, the Pyramids of Giza are a symbol of humanity's cultural heritage. They are designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which underscores their significance beyond national borders as treasures to be preserved for all humanity. Their enduring appeal sparks global discussions about the preservation of cultural heritage, the responsibilities of modern societies to ancient legacies, and the ways in which these ancient structures can teach us about the complexities of human history. The Pyramids of Giza have been a draw for travelers and tourists since ancient times, but the advent of modern tourism has seen their popularity soar. The introduction of global air travel and Egypt's strategic promotion of its archaeological treasures have made the pyramids one of the most visited tourist sites in the world. Each year, millions of people from across the globe come to marvel at the sheer scale and historical significance of these ancient wonders. Tourism related to the pyramids is a crucial component of Egypt's economy. It provides substantial revenue and employment opportunities, supporting a wide range of businesses, from large hotels and tour operators to local vendors and guides. The economic benefits are significant, but they come with the challenge of ensuring that tourism does not compromise the integrity or the authentic experience of visiting such a historic site. The heavy foot traffic and environmental exposure associated with tourism pose significant conservation challenges. Issues such as erosion, graffiti, and unintended damage from visitors are constant concerns. To address these, Egyptian authorities and international conservation bodies have implemented various measures, such as limiting the number of visitors allowed inside the pyramids at any given time and establishing defined pathways to reduce wear on the stones. In response to the challenges posed by tourism, technology has played a pivotal role in enhancing both visitor experience and conservation efforts. Virtual reality tours, 3D models, and interactive apps allow broader access without physical strain on the structures. Additionally, educational programs aimed at tourists help raise awareness about the importance of preservation and respect for cultural heritage. Efforts to promote sustainable tourism at the Pyramids of Giza focus on creating a balance that benefits both the local community and the preservation of the site. This includes training local guides, investing in infrastructure that minimizes environmental impact, and encouraging practices that support the local economy. Sustainable tourism helps ensure that the pyramids can continue to be experienced by future generations in a way that respects their historical and cultural significance. The interplay between global tourists and the local community at Giza is complex. While tourism brings economic benefits, it also requires careful management to ensure that the local culture is respected and that the economic gains are distributed fairly. Community involvement in tourism planning and benefits is crucial for fostering positive relations and sustainable practices. The Pyramids of Giza have been a source of inspiration for artists since ancient times. In the early days, they were depicted on the walls of tombs and temples, celebrating the pharaohs and their journey to the afterlife. As centuries passed, the pyramids continued to fascinate and inspire. During the Middle Ages and Renaissance, European artists who often had never seen the pyramids firsthand relied on travelers' accounts to incorporate them into religious and mystical artworks, where they symbolized the exotic and the eternal. In modern times, the pyramids have been portrayed in a multitude of ways across different media, from realistic etchings and paintings that strive to capture their majestic solitude amidst the sands, to abstract interpretations that reflect their geometric perfection and metaphysical significance. Photographers, too, have played a crucial role in shaping the public's perception of these ancient wonders, with images of the pyramids against the backdrop of either a vibrant sunrise or a tranquil sunset becoming iconic. The depiction of the pyramids in film and digital media has introduced dynamic dimensions to their perception. They are often portrayed as portals to the past or gateways to other dimensions, highlighting their enduring mystery and allure. These artistic endeavors not only reflect the pyramid's visual impact, but also explore their metaphysical and symbolic interpretations. In contemporary art, the Pyramids of Giza often appear in works that critique or examine issues of identity, heritage, and the intersections of the ancient and the modern. Artists of Egyptian descent and international artists alike use the imagery of the pyramids to comment on the interplay between Egypt's rich history and its present-day cultural and political narratives. These artistic explorations help keep the pyramids relevant in global discussions about cultural heritage and conservation, reminding us of the ongoing dialogue between the past and the present, the local and the global. Now, as our journey to the Pyramids of Giza draws to a close, imagine the serene twilight enveloping the landscape. The golden hues of the setting sun gently kiss the stones of the pyramids, turning them into a soft amber that glows against the evening sky. The desert cools, and the first stars begin to twinkle in the deepening indigo above. Envision yourself walking slowly across the sands, each step sinking softly into the cool grains, the whispers of history echoing around you. The pyramids, majestic and enduring, stand as guardians of millennia. Their massive silhouettes are testament to human ingenuity and the timeless quest for understanding. Let the tranquility of this ancient place envelop you. As the night deepens, the constellations that once guided ancient builders now watch over you. The cool breeze carries the scent of desert blooms, and the world slows down, inviting you to breathe deeply and find peace in the stillness. In the quiet of the Giza plateau, beneath the watchful eyes of the Sphinx, you find a moment of connection with the past, a serene link to those who walked these lands thousands of years ago. Here in the shadow of the pyramids, as you prepare to drift into sleep, let the dreams of the pharaohs guide you into a night of deep and peaceful rest, cradled by the arms of history. With this calming image, may you find renewal in the whispers of the ancient stones, carrying you gently into a restful slumber filled with dreams of timeless wonders.